Every night, it happens again. You lie in bed and suddenly everything becomes clear. Tomorrow, you'll wake up early. You'll start exercising. You'll stop wasting time. You'll finally work on your goals. You'll become the person you've always wanted to be. For a few moments, the future feels different. You feel motivated, focused, and ready to change. But then tomorrow comes, and somehow, nothing changes. The same habits return. The same distractions take over. And by night, you're once again making promises to yourself. Why does this happen? Why do so many people feel motivated at night, but struggle to take action during the day? Psychology has an interesting answer. At night, your brain enters a different mental state. The noise of the day disappears. Notifications stop. Responsibilities fade into the background. For the first time, this creates what psychologists call a reflection period. During this time, you're able to clearly see the gap between who you are and who you want to become. And that gap creates powerful emotions. You imagine a better future, a healthier body, more success, more confidence, and more control over your life. These thoughts trigger dopamine, the chemical associated with motivation and anticipation. The strange thing is that your brain often rewards you for planning change, almost as much as actually taking action. That's why making plans can feel so satisfying. You get a small emotional reward before you've done any work. But when morning arrives, reality takes over. Your future self disappears, and your present self has to do the hard work. The workout, the studying, the discipline, and the uncomfortable effort. This is where most people struggle. Because motivation is emotional, but change is behavioral. Motivation makes you want to change, but behavior actually changes your life. Many people spend years chasing motivation instead of building systems. They wait until they feel ready. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for inspiration. But successful people understand something different. Action comes first, and motivation often comes after. The people who transform their lives aren't necessarily more motivated. They're simply better at acting even when motivation disappears. Another reason people promise to change every night is something psychologists call the fresh start effect. Your brain loves new beginnings. Tomorrow feels like a clean slate, a new week, a new month, a new version of yourself. But the problem is that tomorrow is imaginary. It's easy to assign discipline to a version of yourself that doesn't exist yet. The real challenge begins when tomorrow becomes today, because that's when excuses meet reality and habits usually win. The truth is, most people don't have a motivation problem. They have an action problem. They know exactly what they should do. They simply struggle to do it consistently. That's why small actions matter more than big promises. One workout is more powerful than planning 100 workouts. One page read is more valuable than imagining an entire book. One step forward beats 1,000 perfect plans. The next time you find yourself lying in bed, promising that tomorrow will be different, ask yourself one question. What is the smallest action I can take tomorrow that proves I am serious? Not a huge goal, not a life-changing transformation, just one action. Because real change doesn't happen when you promise yourself a better future. It happens when you give your present self something to do. And that's the psychology of people who promise to change every night. If this video made you think, let me know in the comments. What's one change you've been promising yourself you'll make? Like this video if you found it helpful. And subscribe to the Mind Lab for more psychology insights, human behavior facts, and powerful lessons about how the mind works. Share this video with someone who keeps saying, "I'll start tomorrow."